How can two become one? God said the two shall no longer be two, but become one. And I submit to you that the meaning of marriage is oneness. If the two are not one, marriage hasn't taken place. There are people living together in the house that are not one. They share bills. They are in need because of economic reasons. They are in need because they need help, financial support. There's no love there. There's no oneness. There are people that live in the same apartment, but they don't sleep in the same room. There are people that may even share the same bed, but they're still not one because their hearts are far from each other. So marriage is a mystery. It is a mystery because two unidentical people becoming one is a mystery. And I put in my note here that a lot of people think that marriage is automatic. Once I get married, we just exchange that oath because the pastor said we should exchange oath. We exchange oath. I do. It does not end there. After I do, there is work to be done. And I think this generation is also mistaking marriage in the sense that when you enter your car now, when you start, you turn on the ignition, put the gear in drive, press the accelerator, and you're going. People think marriage is automatic. You put it in D and you'll be going. Oh no, it's manual. You have to walk. You have to walk on your marriage. You will shift from several gears. 1 to 2 to 3. You want to climb the hill, there's a particular gear that is for the hill. You can't put it in drive and you can't get into marriage and do nothing. There's a lot of learning in marriage. A lot of humbling in marriage, a lot of sacrifice in marriage, a lot of understanding in marriage. There's work to be done before two people. You see, this is all kinds of metal joined together. This one is one, this one is one. All of this, they welded them together. Before two ions can become one, there has to be a contact. And when you put them together, you apply the heat, the welding, the soldering machine to the contact, the joint. And it will turn red. Very hot. If those metals can cry, they will be screaming, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. But you don't separate them. The welder is so knowledgeable that he won't separate them. He allows it to cool down. When it cools, it sticks. Marriage of two people. The joining is a process. The two. He said the man shall be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one. The process of becoming one is a heated process. You will argue. You will fight. You will quarrel. All of those things will help you to understand each other. Sometimes when people quarrel in marriage, they think it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It is an opportunity to learn. Somebody is complaining. If you pay attention, the person who is complaining, I'm not talking about a woman who is whining or a man who is mean, who is wicked. That's not what I'm saying. There are some people, they are wickedly wicked. They are devil. If you marry them, you are in trouble. I'm not talking about those ones. There are wrong marriages. You need to know that every marriage is not from God. It is just the marriage. He said, the people that God joined together. About 2-3 years ago, I answered this question in this church. So it's not every marriage that is from God. Let's put that aside. Delilah was not Samson's choice. God will not give you something that will kill you. Delilah killed Samson. So there are some marriages that are not of God. They are of the devil. So let's set to that. But the ones that are of God, because there's no perfect marriage made from heaven, you have to work on it. For two to be one, when you are going through the process of becoming one, there will be heat. It will be so hot. But please, if you can stay together, when everything cools down, you will see unity. You will be one. You have to work at it. When you argue, when you complain, just know that something must come out of it. Some people will fight the quarrel in the marriage. I'm wondering, what is your goal? Why are you fighting? Some people fight for fighting. They just want to fight. I will show you. It's good to show. But after you show, something must also show. After you have shown this person that you are the son of your father or the daughter of your mother, you must achieve something. If you achieve 0, there's a tendency you will repeat that fight again and again and learn nothing. And there's no wisdom in that. So when you quarrel, make sure that by the time you are resolving it, something came out of it. You learn a lesson. Or the other person learn a lesson so that it doesn't repeat itself. The process of becoming one, God knows. He created us. He knows that I am an introvert, my wife is an extrovert. He knows that we grew up from different backgrounds, and He brought us together. Marriage is a learning process. You get your certificate from the beginning. When I went to school, I got my certificate at the end when I graduated. When the school authority believed that I have been trained, I have been examined, I wrote an examination, and I passed the exam satisfactorily, they issued me a certificate. You are certified in this discipline. But marriage is different. You'll be certified at the beginning because the learning does not end. The curriculum has no ending. You learn forever. So they give you a certificate and say, keep learning. So the process of joining is heated. I'm telling you, you will argue. When me and my wife got married, we argued. We fought, we quarreled. So there's nothing anybody wants to tell me. Today, me and my wife, we are compatible, we understand each other, but it didn't start like this. I grew up from a place, she grew up from another place. Different houses, different worldview, different understanding, different generation. We have so many differences, but we also have so many commonalities. She loves the Lord, I love the Lord. That is helping us greatly. And we are both committed to each other. We love each other genuinely. So there are many things that overrule our differences. And because we are also ready to learn, we made a commitment, we're in this, we are going nowhere. We are stuck with one another. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best man. I'm not the best husband. But she has no choice. She's stuck with me, man. That's supposed to be a joke. Yeah, but the point is this. We were both committed to making it work. That's why I said your marriage is with a manual gear. You have to work, man. If you go to Africa and see some big trucks, the one they used to carry logs, you see the old ones. If you see the driver changing the gear, you think he's fighting karate. Pooh, pa. Because those gears are very hard to move. So marriages, you may need to fight karate. Not fighting each other, but really moving things.